All right, so now V201S, okay? Overall, we know that we're in the seller's market, okay? It's pretty clear. You can see it, and hence side, you can see that, you know, we're in a downtrend. Market's making lower, low, low, high, low, low, high. So all I like to do is like to put an arrow like this, you know. I don't do these trend lines like this, connect, no. I just want to know that, you know, in a downtrend, that's it. That's what I need to do on a high time frame, okay? And then bam, what am I seeing here? Now I look at, no, I see the overall direction, but I'm only relying on the recent price. Like all that happened there is just to show me where we're going. But I don't look at it for my trading decision. It's just to know where I am. Okay, bam. Then boom, I had a break of structure right here. Okay, then you got the candle, candle responsible for the break. And what I'm starting to do these days as well is that I would, what's going on? I would place my fib like this, you know, from the top of that candle to the bottom of it. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll put like a 50% line, a line at the 50%. Okay.
Yeah.
I find that mostly price actually will set up, you know, your entry will happen at that 50%. Okay. This is exactly what's happening now. You see today, this is exactly yesterday. I took this trade. I didn't take a lot of profit out of it because I was trailing stop too early and it just took me out. Okay. But I'll show you what happened. Okay. So bam. Put the 50% line, okay. Break a structure, price mitigating to that area, okay. Then I'll go to a 4 hour. If I find my my order block on the daily, when I go down in time frame, I'm gonna start looking for imbalances from the lower time frame inside of the zone. Okay, you can see here there's like there's an imbalance here, but it's too wide. Okay, so I won't really rely on it. Okay, then bam.
Yeah.
I'll go to the 1 hour. Okay. Okay, 1 hour. Well, I mean, there's not really like there's this thing right here, but like I wouldn't really count it as, you know, as one. So in this case, I'll just leave the 50% line. Okay. So now, bam, we found the order block on the daily time frame. Remember, entry is you could enter from 1 hour, 30 or 15 minutes. It just depends on what you're looking for. Okay, so like let me go to the 30 now to see what's going on. And I'm also going to try to check if there's an imbalance or not. Yeah, in this case there is, you understand? So what I'll do is my imbalances, I'll just do something like this, okay? And I'll play something right. Okay. So I know that that's an imbalance because it's an area where there were only sellers, no buyers, nothing. It's just sellers presence.
Yeah.
Okay. So usually now this is becomes a point of interest. Now you have your 50% line, you have your imbalances, and then you know that if price comes here, this is where I'm killing. Understand? So now bam.
Yeah.
So now bam, you go to the right. Bam, 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 bam. Price, you know, price was just going up. I mean, it was just down. Okay, now it's going up to mitigate. Bam, and then bam, they hit your zone. Okay, you see at that candle, see that red candle right here, you can already enter. Okay, because like it's a high probability area. Like when price hits an imbalance area, it just automatically U-turns. Okay, you can put your stop loss above that zone, and then your TP, like your final TP, can be this area right here. Okay, it's gonna take some time for price to get there, but patience, it will get there. Okay, so now look what the look what the market did. You see this?
Bro, that's good.
And look where we are now. Okay, look where we are now. So this is still an active trade. Like if you had taken this trade, it would still be active. All you would be doing now is just look for more opportunity on the way down. Understand? So that's the entry on the 15 minutes. Okay, now remember my entry confirmation. That's a high risk entry. Remember, high reward entry. Actually, the one that I discussed on the course. This is actually a high reward entry. So now if you wanted a conservative entry, you could have scaled down. Okay, I'm going to show you all my entry. You'll see that all the entry strategies are here. Everything, break of structure is here. Trend line break is here. A high reward entry is here too. Okay, so now breakout entry. Bam. Okay, you just place the trend line like this, touch your imbalance area, 50% line. Do this real quick. Okay, Sometimes the order block likes to disappear, but it doesn't matter anyway. So bam, price gets you in your zone. You place your trend line. A break of the trend line would mean entry, and bam, that's your that's your trend line break. Trend line break entry, and the TP is still this point low. Okay, so the trade is still active. You're just waiting. By this time, you would have locked your trade, and then you just wait. I know it's uncomfortable to hold position, but you need to start finding discomfort in. You need to start finding comfort in discomfort, and eventually that discomfort will become comfortable. And when that discomfort becomes comfortable, you need to you look for a new discomfort. That's actually how you grow. Like if you can just keep this thought in mind, I think you'll be okay. Like whenever you're in the trade, just tell yourself that okay, it's discomfortable. It's discomfortable to be in this trade, but the more I practice the more this discomfort goes on, the more it becomes comfortable, and then the more you'll start holding your trades. You think about it like just try to hold your trade. Look at your trade like once per hour. Like you see when when it's like zero, what you see, let's say it's 1 o'clock, okay? When it's 2 o'clock, that's when you check your trade. Okay, then you tell yourself again, okay, now I'm only gonna check my trade again at 3. And 3 comes, I'm only gonna check at 4, instead of like just looking at the screen constantly. When you look at the screen constantly, things like this, you see, you enter here, but then things like this will scare you. You try to close and blah blah blah. I understand. So it's not really good. But if you can stomach it, like if you able to look at the screen all the time, just tell yourself, okay, listen, man, like I got my breaker structure, okay? And then I know that price has to come back to the bare minimum at least, okay? When it comes to the bare minimum, I'm gonna lock my trade, okay? They came to the bare minimum, they came back, they wouldn't touch it, they didn't touch the stop loss, and they broke structure, okay? Now look at this. This is also another breaker structure, understand? Say you missed out on this. You go to like the 1 hour, okay? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Sorry, I lost connection, so I'm back.
Okay, cool. So yes, man. So now bam, okay, they broke structure again, okay, and then
The trend line, right?
yeah, broke structure. Like this is like how you can scale it, okay? Okay,
Yeah,
before I
for
get to that,
entries.
before I get to that, let me show you all all the entry confirmations there, okay? So you had your trend line break,
Okay.
and if you didn't say a trend line break, there was a key structure break as well. Okay, because if I go to the
Okay.
line chart, you can see that it's the M, the first leg, second leg of the M, and then the broke it. Okay, and then the broke it.
Yeah.
That's your
Breaker structure.
yeah, that's your breaker structure. That's the key structure break. See, this is the momentum candle that actually showing you that we move from a buy market to a
Yeah.
seller, okay, to a selling market, and then bam,
Yeah.
price fell. I mean, it played around here, fell, then came back here again, and it fell. Okay, so now
Yeah.
you see there was the high reward entry right here. Okay, we had the trend line break entry, and then we had a key structure break. Okay, last point of demand. Oh, I mean, there's 4 entry strategy, but like last point of demand, I don't use it that much. But also, this is last point of demand. Okay, you see, last point of demand. Price came down, broke below. So all
Yeah.
the 4 entry strategy were here. All it takes is just patience. And
Patience.
with this imbalance thing added to the strategy, man, we're just gonna start killing now. We're just going to be killing now. It's just patience. And now, if you had missed this entry, don't worry, man. Like, don't worry. I mean, there's plenty of opportunities on the way down. Okay, so if I
Yeah.
go to 1 hour for instance, okay. I think there's someone else that actually just joined, and I'm going to show you a trade that I was going to take now that I didn't take based on imbalances, bro. It's crazy, man. It really is. It really is, bro. Like this year, it's just time to make money, man. Like no more losing. Like I don't want to see no more losing trader, bro. Like people need to be active in this group. It's like things that I'm sharing to you, bro. Like it costs thousands and thousands of dollars. So if you take advantage of this thing, bro,
Yeah.
it's I mean, you're good. You have me. Like, you see, the vision. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put Africa on the map. You see, with this African elite investor, the vision is that I'm trying to gather traders from all around the globe, and then we're gonna start trading together. You're gonna trade with me, and then when you become profitable, we can start like you can
Yeah.
open like an office for African elite investor office over there. Understand? So I'm just trying to build like a community. And so that's actually the vision. All right, that's a lot of noise. What's that noise?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you understand what I'm trying to say? Understand what I'm trying to say? So I really want people that are dedicated because, bro, I eat these charts, man. I'm on the charts all the time. Like I see these things and it just blows my mind. And I capitalize on these things, bro. And like it blows my mind how people are not able to like. I understand that people are scared, but like the only way to mitigate the fear, to eradicate the fear, is by backtesting. When you backtest, you know what to expect, and you know that market doesn't just drop like this. It has to pull back and then drop. Understand? So
Yeah.
I think you should not really fear. Like if you backtest, like you should not fear at all. Okay, so like check this now. Okay, say you missed out on this. Okay, bam, we had a breaker structure. Okay, we had a new breaker structure right here. Okay, we had a new breaker structure right here. Okay, candle responsible for that break is this. Okay, remember now I'm starting to put the 50% line because I feel like it's very crucial. Okay, it's very, very crucial to expect your entry at the 50%. Okay, bam. 50%. Okay, and then I go down the time frame, try to see if there's like any imbalances. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, yeah, we can say that this is one. Okay. We could say that this is one. Okay, then we go to the 15-minute time frame, try to see what's going on. But already look, man, like the entry's already there. See now, yeah, it's something like this. Okay. Bam, and then I have this bottom part right here. Okay, cool. So look at this. Price went down. Okay, break a structure, mitigation. It tapped. Okay, the tap as soon as the tapped the zone. Okay, the tapped the 50% line, and then the imbalance part. Bam, they left off with this red candle right here. Okay, that's already an end. It's an entry. Don't even stretch yourself. Entry. OEC stop loss is above right here, and then you can go for the ultimate target as well. Okay. And look what happened. Bam.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So bam, you see the played around. Bam. They went up again. You see some manipulation over there because it's the weekend. This entry happened last night. I actually entered two times here and they stopped me out. And then I was at a wedding, so I didn't take this final entry right here. Okay, this was the final chance to enter the market, and then boom, boom, price drop. Understand? And if you look at it, it's a key structure break. There's a key structure break entry as well. Okay, that's a head and shoulder. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a candle, the momentum candle. They just dropped the price, released the price to the downside. And if you wanted to take a trend line break, you could have done something like this, but then you would have been on like the 5-minute time frame, and you could have taken this breakout, stop loss above. But the trend line break in this case was going to get stopped out. Okay, trend line break stopped out. Key structure break, no problem. Last point of demand would have been stopped out as well, because like this is arguably the last point of demand. Okay, so you would have entered at the break right here, stop loss somewhere here, and then bam, that would have been taken out. But high risk entry. I mean, high reward entry, no problem. Key structure break, no problem. Understand? So it's just like this, man. And then now, what do you expect the market to do? What are you expecting the market to do? Obviously, we're going to the downside. And then now, what's happening here? We got to break the structure right here. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
One moment. Okay. Now, this is where it becomes tricky. Okay. We have a breaker structure. Okay. The candle responsible for the break is this. Also, here we have an order block. Understand? We have an order block, and if I go to the 4-hour, it's kind of tricky. This price action right now is kind of tricky, but I'm still trying to see further development in this pair. Okay, and as you can see here, the mitigation part hasn't really been hasn't the structure of the mitigation hasn't really changed yet. Understand? Because this is still a bias structure. And over here, we have an order block. Okay. This order block, you see, there's two things that can happen. Okay. Price can decide to drop from the H1 order block. Okay. And just decide to release the price. But that's highly unlikely to happen because the big money is on the higher time frame. Okay. And then this H4 order block here has more weight than the H1. Okay. So what's the other scenario? The other scenario is that price can decide to come back to this area again before that final drop. If you have that drop to the bottom like this, okay,
to the downside.
Understand? So there's two things that can happen. They can either decide to drop like this. Okay, if they break this zone here, if they break here, obviously I'm gonna start looking at like this area here as if something like this happened. Okay, if a break like this happened, I'm gonna look at this area. I'm gonna wait for mitigation like this, and then a drop like this. Okay, but if they go back up, and I'm actually attempting to buy this. If they go back up, I'm looking at this area, obviously. Okay, I'm looking at this area as an area of entry for the step. So, but like, while we keep in mind that overall direction is a sell. So like the market is already favoring sell. So this order block here, okay, and then this order block is important, but it can be broken. Why it can be broken as well? Because this man right here has the most liquidity. Understand?
Yeah.
So they can just decide to break here, or they can do something like this. But for me, I would like to wait for like something like this, or like a break and then something like this. Understand? So that's it for V201S. And then let's move on to 25. Okay, V25. What's happening? See, I already had like an analysis on it. I think this is the trade that that did imbalance. Yeah, that hit an imbalance point, man. This is a crazy one. Okay, there's only 10 minutes. Whoa, we only spent 20. We spent 40 minutes on one pair. Dang. Okay. Yeah, let me do this real quick. Well, I'm just gonna do these two pairs, and then the rest, just try to do your own analysis, send it to the group, and I'll just correct you because I need to go out. I have so many things to do today. But yeah, I like doing.
No problem.
So bam, let me remove everything. I'm gonna be really quick on this. Okay, daily time frame is going on. Right, bam. Oh, this is so long time selling. You see, we can see that seller's market, easy money. Okay, you put a line like this to see that. Okay, I'm looking for sell right here. Okay, bam. Candle responsible for this break right here. Okay, there's a break structure right here. Okay, break structure here. Okay.
Yeah.
Candle responsible is that candle right here. This is a demand zone. Okay. Supply is it supply or demand? I don't know, but I just call them order block. I don't. Sometimes supply and demand term it confuses me, so I end up calling everything demand. Understand? It's kind of confusing.
Demanding that money.
Yeah. Okay. So bam. I'll put my 50% line again. Okay. Top of the candle to the bottom. Okay. 50%. You see, when I do these things, you see the opportunity, you see the possibility, right? When I do these breakdowns.
Yeah.
But you see that, damn, bro, like there's really money in this shit, man. So that's why it's very important to backtest. When you backtest, bro, you just build the confidence up, understand? So bam, okay. So now we are on H4. What do I start looking for? I start looking for imbalances, okay?
Balance.
In this case, we have one, but it's too wide. Like I don't like wide like this, but let me mark it for the sake. I'm gonna mark it and then I'll try to refine it as we go down in time frame. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so H1, let's see what happened. Okay, we got 7 minutes left. Okay, H1. It's still the same. It's still the same. M30 going on. All right. So okay, now it changed. You know, it's probably like something like this. Okay, and then I'm gonna leave it like, am I correct? Am I correct? No, I'm actually gonna do something like this. Okay, so that's the area where there was only sellers, no buyers, nothing. Okay, and then
Yeah.
to the right. Let's see what's going on right here.
Current price.
Okay, current price. Now look at the current price. You see, we have the first leg right here, and then we came back for a second leg. Okay, and the second leg also provided us with another imbalance right here. Okay, see that? See that? And
Yeah.
look at what happened now. Now, you need to be careful. Like this structure right here, you see, it's also like a buyer structure. You see, it's doing like some buying stuff right here. You see, like there's a breaker structure right here. Okay.
Yeah.
I go to the 4 hour to find that order block responsible for that break. You see it. Okay. You see it? Boom. I'm not gonna put the
Yeah.
50% line just for the sake of the time remaining. Okay. So boom, and then you know about liquidation, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So now we would say that this area is an area of liquidation. Okay, this is where they're collecting orders. Okay, collecting buys and sell orders. Okay, because
I
markets
think
are
they've already taken the orders from
yeah
up top.
they took the buyers out already. I mean the sellers out. Sorry,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like
The sellers. Yeah.
if you look at the M30 now, if you look at the imbalance score, as soon as they tap into the imbalance, right? Like this is why it's so crazy, man. This imbalance part, this imbalance thing. Okay, so bam, they tap into imbalance, red candle. You can actually sell this thing. Okay, you can decide to like tell yourself, okay, I'm gonna sell this, and then I'm probably gonna target this as my TP. Okay, you want to see what's happening here. Okay, and then also,
Yeah.
and then you like what I like to do on my MetaTrader 5. I'll just set an alarm here. And when price gets here, I want to see what's going on. Okay, I'll lock my trade and I just want to see what's going on. If I see some funny pullback, I'll just get out. Okay, and then yeah, so right now it's starting to look like a buyer structure. Okay, it's a buyer structure, but nonetheless, price can also just decide to fall from here. Okay,
Yeah.
it can decide to just fall because like already the high time frame are favoring sells. And look at the TP for this. It's all this, bro. All this. And if you enter there and you decide, okay, man, I just want to hold this trade all the way down. Okay. This is a
Man.
1 to 96, bro. You believe it? Like if you risk $1 right here, like you going from 96, bro. So if you had $100 and you decided that, listen, this $100, I'm gonna risk $50, okay? And I have
Yeah.
the stomach to hold this move. By the time price gets here, probably like 1,000, 2,000. That's if that's if you didn't scale it in. But if you decided to scale in on the way
Yeah.
down, and like when you get here, it's probably like $20,000. That's what these boys are doing on Instagram. You understand? Simple as
Yeah.
this, bro. Simple as this. And look at this. This I'm actually seeing something like an head and shoulder here. Okay, this is also like a pattern. I'm seeing a head and shoulder, and the break of it could be
That's the neckline.
yeah. A break of it can be a key structure break. Understand?
Yeah.
Also, nonetheless, listen, we also remember that we haven't yet reached the 50% line. Price can also decide to go up to the
Yeah. We
50%
have.
line and take out this imbalance before the drop. Understand?
Yeah.
It's also very important to keep that in mind. This is the first entry, yes. As soon as you
Yeah.
see
But
profit,
from the structure.
hmm,
Sorry.
yeah, yeah. Go ahead, go ahead. Hello. Ooh, connection. Can you hear me? Oh, he left. Hello. Ah, bro, let me just stop this meeting.